What's going on, everyone? My name is Barney and welcome back to another weekly forum scroll. Well, it wasn't weekly again since I was on holidays, but I'm back, so that's what's happening. So the news we got was the Q&A number 2 and the Renegade Line news number 23. And we're going to talk about that. But also, when I left from holidays, I had like 120 subscribers, and at the moment it's like 149, so almost 150. So in 1 week I gained like 30 or 25 subscribers. That's pretty insane. So if you see this analytics, at one day I just had 10 subscribers. That was my goal at the beginning when I started my channel, like 10 to 20 subs a month. But right now I'm at 67 subs this month already, 28 days. So when I left for holidays, it was like the 14th of July, maybe the 15th, and then I gained all of this. So that's pretty neat, pretty neat. So we're going to talk about the Q&A. I think it's decent. I'm not going to talk about it really in depth since I'm going to talk about the forums. It was a decent video compared to the number one. Number one was some general information which we already knew, and in number 2 we had some things like that they wanted to release the game on Steam and to have their own launcher. I think I'm going to use their own launcher since I'm not a big of a Steam fanboy. I play Counter-Strike, I play Rocket League, but that's because the games are only on Steam and those are pretty fun games. And number 23 is about this picture. This is a visual update of the game, so it just looks pretty cool. It looks pretty HD compared to the old thingies. Okay, so let's go to news number, let's say 2. I don't know. Okay, this is the running animation. What's number 1 then? No, I want the one with the hills. So I'm going to search the one with the hills. Oh, so you see the hills in this video, and you see it's a little bit blocky, a bit Minecraft style-like mountains, and in the picture it was even higher, and they were higher hills and pretty ugly. But if you look at this, the hills are already pretty smooth. They're not blocky anymore. They're just smooth and looks pretty cool. Also, the trees look pretty HD compared to the old trees. And don't think we have seen... This looks like a winter map since of the mountains and the trees. But we haven't seen these trees, I think. I'm not sure. Also, we see stairs we can walk up, a house, all the lanterns, the barrels, the bridge, the stones, the water. It looks pretty good in my opinion. The visual update is pretty cool. Yes, yes. And also on Facebook they have a new logo and a new banner, but I'm not going to show that because I want to keep my Facebook private for now. And that's basically it for the news about my channel and about Renegade Line. So let's hop into the forums, and we're going to look at the suggestions section as first, because there are some really good simple suggestions in the forums. So this one from Duke is literally, okay, so if you want to see a topic, you can click on it and you'll go to the first post so you can read what the topic is about, or you can click on last post to see the last post if you're following a thread, which I have been doing a lot, so that function is pretty cool. But Duke had an idea like, what if we can skip to the devs post, since the devs posts are basically informative things, facts about the game which we probably didn't know, or they're making something clear which was pretty confusing or something like that. And that's a pretty good thing in my opinion. Some people already signed for this, like they're okay with it. So this is a pretty solid suggestion, pretty quick, just a good suggestion, a good addition to the forums in my opinion. So this one is a little bit too long. I haven't read it and I think it will take up the whole video, so I'm not going to do that. Then Absent again with a suggestion about the loading screen. So basically he created this template and then in number 1 he wanted to have the title, not the title, he wanted to have a tip or maybe a funny comment about the game. And examples of that are, let's see. Oh, that's in the first post here. Examples of that are like suicide lowers your KD, or if you fall from a high enough place, you might just die. Or welcome to Renegade Line, a game where we manically run around and kill each other with pitchforks, something like that. That's number 1. Number 2 is just the map name. Number 3, I don't know it from my head. It's the minimap of the current loading map. The minimap should have 2 factions bases as well as points to capture. Okay, so that's pretty good in my opinion. The only thing which I disagree with about number 3 is that it would be not disagree, but if you see the background of this picture, the gray background, it would be cool if you had a screenshot from like a helicopter view of the map, and then you see the minimap as well, so you have a feeling of how the map looks and how it looks from the above by using the minimap. So number 4 is a server banner, just like in Battlefield Heroes. Someone who's hosting a server or Renegade Line itself can post a manual banner over here. And then we have number 5 to 11, and that's just ads, sales, community art for Renegade Line or whatever. They can put some things over here, and a complaint by Eisscratch was that it was a little bit too spammy, too much, too clustered, and Absent made a thing, a change to its design, and basically that's it. Now you can put 2 adverts and the best art of the week or something like that over there. And an idea from Absent was also that people can do a tip of the week, and that's at number 1, that they can send tips, and the best tip with the most votes, or the best tip chosen by the developers, will be chosen in number 1, and that will be the tip for the whole week. And then also 12 is the loading sign. So, in my opinion, a pretty good suggestion. I don't know if the developers already had something for this planned. I think they did, of course. But maybe they can get some cool things out of it, like number 1 with community contests to get the community involved into the game more. And maybe they thought the design was well. My suggestion for this is that the background has to be different for each map, and that customizes your loading screen adventure. I don't know the real word. Oh shit, I forgot the word. How you feel about the loading screen makes it different every time you play another map. So that's basically it for it, and all these people said like you need to put some funny comments in number 1. So that's a pretty solid suggestion as well. So we've had 2 solid suggestions, and the third one is from Jeroen, which made my channel art, and he's busy with a new picture, but he can't use his PC or something, so I need to wait for it. He wanted to have his Eisscratch fountain somewhere in the game, and Eisscratch said, yeah, we need this in game. So Absent said, I'm going to make one. So it's pretty cool, ripped from BFH, but still it's pretty quick. I think it's a llama. I'm not sure, maybe it's a horse, but it's pretty, for a suggestion, just a suggestion which you didn't make. It's a pretty nice art. So yeah, that's it for this suggestion. Pretty cool suggestion as well. Just some Easter eggs, helping with Easter eggs in the game. Of course, there will be Easter eggs. That has been confirmed by the members, and I'm really looking forward to find some of them. I think there will be some about BFH, some about other games, maybe animes or TV shows which the developers like, or maybe even about the developers themselves, or maybe even about big people in the community later on, or whatever. It can be different things, and we're going into the general suggestion right now. Also, sorry for my mic. Maybe a lot in one of my videos there was like a toaster sound or a blender sound in the background, but that's because my laptop is 4 years old and I want to buy a new PC. I have a laptop at the moment since I'm a student. I need to take it to class sometimes, but this laptop is still usable. It's pretty quick. I can play Counter-Strike on the lowest settings in 30 FPS. So, and League of Legends at 30 or 40 FPS. So whatever. It's pretty good at the moment. But if I want to record Renegade Line, I need to have a new PC. So I'm going to work on that next week maybe, to buy a budget PC of like 600, 700 euros. I don't know. So the first one is the clothing, which I already discussed some time, but it's been bumped. Donations, I don't know what it's about. The face cam is a normal thingy. I know this is kind of stupid, but in BFH you could press F to see your character. Will this be in the game? Well, it's already implemented in the game. It's called the front camera. So that's been confirmed. You can look to your character. Since in the Q&A they said there will be 11 slots to customize your character. So you can look at your character, of course, to feel that you are your character. You know, you made your character, and that's it. Also, one thing from the Q&A which I really like is the donation thing. They said if you donate 10 euros, you will get a key and 10 euros in currency. So what I expected is 10 euros is the minimum, probably, or 15 or whatever, and then you just get a key. And if you spend 25 euros, you will get a key, an extra item, and 10 euros in currency. So the difference between the minimum and the extra you have donated. But that's not the case. Everything you donated will be transferred into in-game currency. And maybe if you donate more, you'll get some special items. I don't know for sure if that's confirmed, but that was the idea in 2014. So maybe they'll do it for the higher donations, that they can get custom made or really rare items. But yeah, we still don't know about that. I'm not commenting any questions on the Q&As. I'll see whatever. They probably won't pick mine or whatever. It doesn't really matter for me. I'm just waiting till the game comes out, just watching the news, whatever. I'm saying a lot of whatever right now. So let's just go into the next topic. I think the last one, or maybe the second last one, or however you want to call it. Let's see, animations for a dead body. The characters could just fall flat like a BFH. You could also make them do a dying animation. Or what I want the most is let the body be floppy like in TF2, where you can move them and stuff. I would also really like to see the bodies fly in the air if they die from an explosion or a shotgun. It just makes the game way more fun in my opinion. That's also my opinion. So, this one is pretty cool. If you from the explosions, of course, you need to fly in the air like 10 meters or whatever, or fly away, and crazy hand floatings and whatever. Just like in Counter-Strike, those bodies are pretty derpy sometimes, so that's pretty cool. That's something which has to be in the game, in my opinion. And a dying animation, yeah, you just fall over. I don't know. Totally with them, indeed. What Genius says. I don't want to see a single animation. No, that's something which is really important. Not a single animation, just maybe random with some artificial intelligence. But there were okay, never mind. Don't listen to that. No artificial intelligence. That doesn't have to do anything with it. But just more than one death animation would be cool, so that it won't get boring. But I think that's pretty self-explanatory for the developers, that they need to make the game a little bit diverse to keep people interested in the game. And maybe this one, RGL competitive, since no one commented. There's a tab called competitive, and inside the tab there's RG League, tournaments, transfer market, and clan leaderboard. Can you explain for us how will the competitive work? So basically their thing is to make leaderboards, I think, and you just get a rank about everything. I think maybe weapons used, amount of kills, KD ratio, most suicides, maybe, whatever, all those things. And I'm not confirming this. This is just what I think. And you can level your hero up to level 100, and at level 30 you have unlocked all the weapons, I think. I'm not sure. And then you will be able to play ranked and just continue your way to rank number 1, or however they want to call the ranks, or I don't know, man. I'm not sure if they are going to have leagues like gold, silver, bronze, platinum, or maybe things like just derpy ranks instead of gold, silver, which is pretty basic. I know a game Vainglory which has that, like the highest one is Vainglorious, since that's the game's name, and you also have decent-ish, simply amazing, the hotness, all those crazy names instead of gold, silver, or whatever. But that's basically it for this forums call. I want to thank you for listening to my rambling once again. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.